Hello, Anointed Ones, and welcome back to Anointed TV. Today we dive into the latest explosive developments in the ongoing Daystar TV saga. This controversy, which began with Jonathan and Susie Lamb exposing alleged cover-ups by their late parents, Marcus and Joni Lamb, has taken yet another dramatic turn. First, major media outlets and online platforms continue to report on the scandal, with new revelations emerging daily. The biggest bombshell? Netflix has reportedly expressed interest in creating a documentary about Jonathan and Susie's story. However, this claim is facing pushback from certain quarters. Second, YouTubers who have covered this scandal are now facing retaliation, with alleged smear campaigns and intimidation tactics being used against them. And third, Julie Roys of The Roys Report recently interviewed former Daystar TV insider Melanie Contreras, who shared shocking new details about Marcus Lamb's years-long affair and the ensuing cover-up. Let's break it all down. A recent post by an ex, formerly Twitter user, ignited excitement and controversy when they shared that Netflix, a major streaming giant, had reached out to Jonathan and Susie Lamb for a documentary on their experiences and accusations against their parents. The user wrote, "Fun fact, despite Joni Lamb telling Susie Lamb she has no platform, except for the one she gave her, and would take away. Despite the Daystar PR team claiming nobody cares about the story anymore, heads up. 3 days ago, a director and executive producer for Netflix reached out to Jonathan Lamb and Susie Lamb to discuss filming their documentary. Cheers." This news sparked a wave of reactions. Supporters of Jonathan and Susie see this as a major victory, arguing that it would bring even more attention to their claims and possibly pressure authorities to take action. A Netflix-backed documentary could mean wider exposure, mainstream validation, and a potential reckoning for those involved in the alleged cover-up. However, skeptics quickly pushed back. A user believed to be linked to Rachel Lamb's troll account countered the claim, stating, "Candy Chand, you know this isn't true. At best, an independent production company with a Netflix relationship might be exploring something. But saying Netflix reached out to Jonathan Lamb and Susie Lamb is just another one of your exaggerated claims meant to generate buzz." This raises questions. Is Netflix directly involved, or is this an independent producer seeking a Netflix distribution deal? While the full truth remains uncertain, what's clear is that interest in the Daystar scandal remains high, and powerful media entities are paying attention. Another shocking twist in this saga involves the backlash against YouTubers who have reported on the Daystar scandal. One of the most vocal critics, a YouTuber named Torn Curtain, recently shared that he is now facing targeted attacks from high-profile figures within the Christian media world. In his latest video, Torn Curtain claims, "I exposed the Daystar TV Joni Lamb Mafia, and now they are trying to expose me." Many of you know I have been covering high-profile scandals in the charismatic church, including Daystar, Mike Bickle, Aisha PKC, Robert Morris, Gateway Church, and Rick Joyner, Morning Star Ministries. 2024 has been one church scandal after another. I didn't want to cover these stories, but I felt a fire in my bones to do something. The church must be cleansed of wickedness. He goes on to reveal that powerful individuals connected to Daystar are now allegedly working to discredit him. According to Torn Curtain, an unnamed social media account, which he believes is run by Rachel Lamb and backed by Daystar, has been harassing him and his allies. Mock accounts using his ministry name have been created to spread misinformation about him. Personal details, including old pictures from decades ago, are being unearthed in an effort to expose him. He and his friends, including Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson and Ohio for Freedom, are being targeted in coordinated smear campaigns. Despite these efforts, Torn Curtain remains defiant. "I have shared my testimony many times publicly. I walked away from the Lord and the church for 5 years. During that time, I got divorced. I've made whole videos about this. My dirt is already out in the open. I was not in ministry during that time. But these leaders, they faced serious allegations while still in ministry, and many have not repented. This plan to intimidate me will not work. It will backfire." In yet another shocking development, Julie Roys of The Roys Report interviewed former Daystar TV insider Melanie Contreras, who revealed startling new details about Marcus Lamb's years-long affair and the subsequent cover-up within the ministry. Melanie, whose husband was the former head of IT at Daystar, described how he discovered the affair between Marcus Lamb and a woman who worked at a network station. Both individuals were breaking their marriage vows, leaving Melanie and her husband struggling with how to handle such damning information. Seeking guidance, they turned to their spiritual mentors, Fred and Anna Kendall, founders of a ministry called Life Languages. However, instead of accountability, Melanie claims she was met with gaslighting and mistreatment. To be restored after his affair, Marcus and Joni received marriage counseling from the Kendalls, yet they had no professional credentials and were not licensed. I worked with them for years and observed firsthand their unethical practices. Now, years later, Melanie decided to break her silence after attending the Restore conference, where she heard other survivors' testimonies. She felt compelled to speak out, hoping to help others heal from spiritual and emotional abuse. Her account exposes a disturbing pattern of manipulation, abuse of power, and cover-ups at Daystar, a ministry that continues to face scandals and scrutiny. Finally, in another revealing episode, Melanie shared how Fred and Anna Kendall not only failed to help her marriage, but actively contributed to its collapse. According to Melanie, the Kendalls instructed her husband to control and abuse her instead of providing real counseling. Under Fred Kendall's influence, her husband exerted greater financial control, made threats, and engaged in psychological abuse. Melanie observed Fred Kendall using the same controlling tactics on his own wife, dictating even what she ate for dinner. She experienced a terrifying encounter where Fred became enraged and physically threatened her. Confidential information from counseling sessions was leaked to Daystar TV employees, including Joni Lamb, leading to Melanie being blacklisted from the ministry. Her story exposes how religious authority can be misused, and she hopes her testimony will help others recognize and escape toxic spiritual environments. The Daystar saga is far from over. If Netflix is indeed moving forward with a documentary, it could bring even more attention to the scandal. Meanwhile, the growing backlash against YouTubers reporting on these events raises concerns about transparency and accountability within Christian media circles. And now, with new insider revelations about Marcus Lamb's secret life, the layers of deceit within Daystar TV seem even deeper than previously known. What do you think? Should Netflix produce a documentary on the Daystar scandal? Are the efforts to silence YouTubers exposing corruption justified, or are they a sign that the truth is finally coming to light? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, stay vigilant, stay prayerful, and stay anointed. Until next time, God bless.